Hello. Hello. There seems to be a lot of talk lately about women, what we should do with our bodies, how we should dress, how we should act, and what is to be expected of a woman. I want to make something super damn clear. Women don't owe you shit. As a woman, I don't need to fill you in on decisions that I make with my body, 'cause it's my body and it doesn't belong to you. As a woman, I don't have to ask your permission on what I can and can't wear. What I choose to wear is my business. If what I choose to wear makes you uncomfortable, close your eyes. If what I choose to wear got you feeling too comfortable, you better back up, 'cause I'd hate to shoot and or stab your ass quick fast. As a woman, I don't have to react the way you want me to when given a compliment. If we're at the gas station and you think I'm cute, I'm allowed to say thank you, because every human deserves common courtesy and respect, but I don't have to tell you whether or not I have a boyfriend, and I don't have to explain in full detail why I don't want to talk to your ass. I said thank you, now back up. Whilst in a relationship, I don't owe anybody anything. I am not a slave, nor a punching bag, nor a nail in which you can screw at any time. I am simply your significant other, and I will bring to the relationship just as much as you do. Women are the strongest, yet the most disrespected. That's why I stand behind this message 110%. So when the people around me forget, I like to throw on my "women don't owe you shit" shirt. That way they'll remember exactly what type of woman I am. Happy Thursday. Hello. The television host Jenny Mai says she never wanted to have kids, and with her ex-husband, she absolutely didn't. But now that she filed for divorce, moved on, married Jeezy, she's now pregnant. Well, a couple of people were talking about it on the internet, and her ex-husband said he's happy for her. He said that since he's found somebody new, he went from trash to treasure. Listen, talking shit about your ex is one of the reddest flags for me. It is very important that when you move on from a past relationship, you heal first, because if you don't, you will carry on resentment and bitterness into your next relationship. When I'm dating a man, I don't want to hear anything negative about his ex or his baby mama, because at one point you loved her like you love me, right? Now, some women think this is cute. Well, he must be over her because he talks shit about her every chance he gets. Now, imagine your biggest flex being that your new man can't get over his old girl. The embarrassment. Now, it's true that there be some mad women in this world, hurt and bitter because the one that they thought that they would be with forever has moved on with somebody else. But men be hurt too. We at the dinner table and I think you stressed out about work, but really you stalked your ex's page and she on somebody's balcony in Cancun with somebody's well-endowed son. That's why it's important to heal. Let that hurt damn go. If you are still incredibly angry over something that your ex did to the point where you have to talk shit about them every single day, you haven't healed. Don't let your past ruin your future. Happy Monday. Hello. The scariest type of delusion has to be the people who pretend that they make a certain amount of money and then actually start to believe their lie. You'll see somebody bragging about their brand new foreign car, but then complain about the price of premium gas. You can't afford that car. In 2021, after everything that everyone has been through, it is 100% acceptable to say, I ain't got it if I ain't got it. You brag about being all the way in your bag, but then every time we go out to eat, the only thing you consume is water and bread. We know you can't afford the food. It takes a crazy amount of energy to look like you have something that you don't have, to lie about being in a tax bracket you ain't never been in. That same effort and energy could be used to set yourself up to put you in a position that would allow you to have everything you want in the future. If the group of people that I'm around make me feel like I have to be something that I'm not, or pretend to have something I don't have, then I don't need to be around those people. All I'm saying is get your priorities together. That Louis belt don't hit the way you think it's hitting at the bus stop. Young baby Tate was body shamed by a rapper's baby mama, so it's someone unimportant, but that's not the point. The point is that if you are a woman, especially a black woman, and you are talented, secure, beautiful, and intelligent, there will always be a hating hoe lurking around. I know. You don't know what the bitch's problem is. You could be at school or at work, anywhere, and you genuinely want friends. Unfortunately, your presence intimidates these weak-ass hoes, so they body shame you, they don't like you for no reason, they start rumors about about you and they start miniature fights in their head. These bitches are delusional. But don't you fret, because one day you'll find women such as yourself and they'll teach you, uplift you, and love you. Women like this do exist. Please understand that a woman that gets pleasure and validation from breaking down another woman is a miserable, mostly bad-built, bitter-ass bitch. See, women that are intimidated by you will insult you first and then they'll try to cloak it with a compliment or concern. Well, I wasn't body shaming her. I was just saying that I was concerned for her health. But one could argue that getting pregnant by a rapper in hopes to one day be a wife is really damaging for your mental health. Don't you ever look at your body, your face, what you drive, where you live, and think it's not good enough. Because remember, you could be the worst thing of them all, which is a sad, miserable asshole trying to attack other women on the internet. Have a good day. Just because I never want to see you or talk to you again doesn't mean I have a problem with you or that I hate you. Can we normalize that? It's the entitlement for me, because we only get one life to live, and you think that just because we met and you exist that I have to talk to you. I see people come back after years and years and say, I'm sorry that we went through what we went through. Can we just hash it out and reunite? Hell no. I hope you prosper. I hope you grow. I hope you get everything you ever wanted, but I hope you do it far the hell away from me. Matter of fact, if we ever had beef, if we ever fought, if me and you ever had a problem, I sincerely apologize. And I hope you accept my apology under one condition, that we are never, ever to speak again. Understand that us never speaking or us growing apart doesn't mean that I have a problem with you. Hell, the only problem I'd ever have is you forcing your way back in my life. Good night. Hello. Can you believe that we live in a world where some women base their worth off of how they look and some men base their worth off of how much they're able to spend? The longer you live, the more you will understand that some of the most important qualities in people have nothing to do with looks or money. A woman will say that she doesn't know why she's single because her edges are always slayed and her ass is the exact circumference of a Georgia peach, but she'll leave out that she has a nasty attitude and poor cleaning habits. A man might brag that he owns 7 Teslas, but will leave out the fact that he has to drive all of them to his mother's house because his priorities are fucked up and so is his credit. In 2021, if you think that a fat ass and a pair of nice lashes is going to bring you peace, success, or knowledge, you are incorrect. Being pretty is nice, but it will never be enough. If you're a man and you notice that all the women in your life are only after your money, and you're a woman and you notice that all the men in your life are only after one thing, that might be all you have to offer. It is easier to find quality people when you start to display those same qualities that you desire: loyalty, respect, dependability. Just food for thought. People worried about everyone else's bodies except their own will always be fucking weird to me. I don't care. Well, I'm just saying Lizzo really pisses me off because she's overweight. How the fuck does that affect me? Well, it's promoting obesity. Okay, well, while we're at it, let's get rid of homeless people. Just drove by one. They're promoting homelessness. I just want to know if Ari's body is real or fake. Oh, did you want to get some work done? No, I just want to know. Well, while we're at it, ho, I'd like to know your credit card information, front and back, since we're both worried about some shit that's completely none of our business. I personally don't want to be around anybody that's not vaccinated. Okay, well, how can you tell if people are vaccinated? How can you? You fucking can't! You can't. You can't fucking tell! In this world, we're allowed to do whatever we want. So if you want to constantly worry about someone else's body and get yourself all upset about it, then do it. But before you do one thing for me. Look in the mirror, point at yourself and say, hey, you're fucking weird. Hello. I seen a tweet that said that being a boss babe is cute, but the real winners are the women that depend on their men, the women that don't have to lift a finger. Now, whether you started your own business or you work for somebody else, a woman that makes her own money is more than just cute. It takes hard work, determination, and sacrifice. But I am confused. How is one that lacks financial stability winning? Having a man that's financially stable is great. But if I had a man that told me not to work, I probably would still do it so that I could stack up my own money in the event that this man dies, goes to jail, or leaves me. Back in the day, women couldn't work. We had to depend on men to feed us and clothe us, etc. We fought hard for the right to work. But now in 2021, all I see is a bunch of lazy bitches with fat asses and lashes that think that shit is just supposed to be handed to them. If you want to depend solely on a man financially, that's absolutely fine. But I would hope that you have a backup plan like a savings account and possibly a skill set, because in the event that that man disappears, so will all your shit. Now that sounds like a lose-lose situation to me, but what do I know? I make my own money and I have 100% control over it, so I'm a part of the real losing team. Hi. You know what really bothers me? When I hear people talk about how exhausting it is to care for a loved one that is always going through something. And I see comments like, this is why people are afraid to open up. You can open up as much as you need to, but the amount of it that I'm willing to receive is purely based on my mental health. It is exhausting. The truth is that hard times, depression, money issues could last a week, a month, a year, or longer. But if you know Sally and you know she's been sad her whole damn life, then 9 times out of 10, Sally isn't going to ever be happy. She doesn't want to be. Honestly, you choose your path. You could either be a victim or you can be victorious. It's your life and you get to choose how you want to live it. If your friend is having financial issues and you give her some solid solutions and she doesn't want to take it, that's on her. If your friend is having relationship issues dated back to 2016, but she doesn't want to leave him, that's on her. You can be there for somebody, you can love somebody, and hell, you can support somebody, but you ain't got to be the negativity dumping ground where all they do is dump their negative opinions and negative thoughts and negative outlooks on life onto you. All I'm saying is some people are so comfortable being negative and unhappy, they can't see a brighter future. And you can be their friend and you can love them, but that shouldn't affect you. Good night. Hello. This video is for mothers, so if you're not a mother or you don't plan to be one, you can keep scrolling. Being a mother is fucking hard. Sometimes you feel like you work in the hardest job in the world with no benefits and no pay. A lot of mothers feel this feeling, yet we can't say that, can we? You're allowed to say that motherhood is hard, but you're not allowed to say that you wish you never did it. You're not allowed to say that sometimes it feels like you ruined your life, and you're not allowed to say that you would have never done it if you knew you would have had to do it alone. Why? Because other women will judge you. Because as mothers, we're supposed to make the sacrifices, make the decisions, and endure the pain. If you've ever cried in your car in a Walmart parking lot, if you've ever locked your bathroom door and then slid down that motherfucker with a bottle of wine, if you've ever thought to yourself that maybe my kids would be better off without me because right now I am an emotional wreck, then I'm here to tell you that there's nothing wrong with you and that there are millions of women who feel the exact same way. Having these thoughts don't make you a bad mom, and having these thoughts do not make you less of a woman. A lot of women have these thoughts, but a lot of women will never say it because we are afraid. And that is your right as a mother to never utter those words aloud. But as a mother, it is also your right to say how the fuck you feel and express yourself. Not to your children, but to somebody that'll listen. Oftentimes, mothers feel like they just want to give up. They want to end it all because they don't feel like they're good enough. And I'm here to tell you that that's the number one thing you cannot do as a mother is give up. The moment that you give up on you, you give up on your child. So whatever you do not give up. Give your kids more love and more hugs, and remember that it does get better and that they do get older. And when they get older, you're going to miss the BS that you're going through, right? Hello. It seems the baby has asked Danny Lay to get the fuck up out his spot. I think a lot of lessons can be learned regarding this situation. Number 1, accountability. It is fine time for women to start taking accountability for their actions. I know we all want to be mad at the baby, but for what? For being exactly who he always was? Whose fault is it when a person shows us exactly who they are through experiences and patterns, and we choose to ignore it? It's true. You can't turn a hoe into a housewife. You can't turn a hoe-ass nigga into a husband. And you damn sure can't turn a baby into a grown-ass mature adult. Number 2 is practicing being humble. Other women were crying and Danny was trotting around the house making terrible music. Then come to find out that a yellow bone is in fact not what he wanted. Never laugh at another woman's misfortune. Never laugh at another woman's pain. Number 3 is figuring out the definition of being trapped. If you choose to have unprotected sex with anybody, then you aren't being trapped. Problem is, this society would rather build broken homes than actually building families. Then when shit doesn't turn out the way you want it to, you yell, I'm being trapped. So if you're on a blow-up mattress right now in a trap house, about to have unprotected sex with somebody they call the toddler, I'd advise against it. I wish Danny nothing but love and light. But I don't feel bad. We all need to feel this pain once in our lives. Because the bright side is that if it hurt your ass that bad, you'll make better decisions. Happy Tuesday. I'm so sick of hearing grown people who don't know how to properly communicate scream about how communication is key. If you take someone disagreeing with your opinion as disrespect, you don't know how to properly communicate. If nobody beat your ass, screamed at you, got in your face, they just simply disagreed with your opinion, one, you've never been disrespected, really. And two, again, I say, you don't know how to properly communicate. If you're down to communicate when it comes to sharing your thoughts, your opinions, your experiences through life, but when others try to do the same with you, you're closed off to it, you don't know how to fucking communicate. If you pride yourself on how direct you are, you don't have any problem saying anything to anybody's face. But when the time comes, you either shut down or you can't talk without throwing subliminal slugs, then you're not a good communicator and you're scary as all fuck. If you can't express how you feel without wanting to fight, yelling, or degrading somebody, then you're not a good communicator. We learned how to speak when we were fucking babies. Just because you're an adult and you know how to talk doesn't mean that you know how to fucking communicate. Food for thought. I hate when I see women get out of relationships and then the first thing that they say is, I failed. What did you fail? What did you fail? What did you fail? What did you fail? Well, was there a test? You got out of a relationship. It means that maybe you had boundaries that kept being crossed over and over and over again. Maybe you two weren't compatible. Maybe you guys weren't at the right place in your lives at the right time. Maybe you thought you were healed, but you weren't. Maybe you couldn't give somebody your best self, but it definitely doesn't mean that you fucking failed. Just because you are not in a relationship currently does not make you a fucking failure. And just because you are not in the relationship you once were in doesn't mean you failed any damn thing. I know 13 women on Facebook right now that's trying their hardest to win the Saddest Bitch Award. It's a reward that you get if you're the saddest bitch in the world. Because somebody somewhere said you have to be with somebody that doesn't positively serve you, that doesn't make you happy for as long as you can fucking bear it, so that other people think that you're winning in this world. You lose every time you lose yourself. You lose every time you take on some shit that had nothing to do with you or that was completely out of your control. Yes, you lost a relationship, but you gained clarity. Yes, you lost a relationship, but you gained strength. Yes, you lost a relationship, but you learned a fucking lesson. In life, bad things happen, so you take the good, you take the bad, you take the lessons, you take the L's, and you call it a fucking day. But you yourself did not fail just because you lost a relationship. The amount of women that I seen say that they wouldn't let their little boys play with toy kitchen sets because that would then make them gay is sad as fuck. The only thing that would deem a person as gay is the desire to be with or sleep with the same sex. Nothing more, nothing less. And y'all said that little boys can play with grill sets, but not kitchen sets. So the little boy can learn how to grill the meat, but God forbid he learn how to season it. There are plenty of heterosexual men in this world that enjoy cooking. And as a human, you should have an interest in cooking because you need to cook the food, then eat said food in order to survive. But if toys impact our children that much, then we need to throw away all the iPads and stop giving little girls baby dolls. Because the amount of women who grow up to be nothing more than baby mamas to men who don't know how to cook or clean is what's really concerning. Argue with your mother, I said what I said.